Hello and welcome to July 15th, 2021. On it, lots of little peppers all over this thing now. They're growing really nice. So the pecan was really kind of just like not doing much of anything last month, but now doing a lot better. Happy about that. Okay, now we're going to move on to the cherry bombs. And the cherry bomb is a very nice plant. As you can see, it's a small plant, not very tall. And I have got copious amounts again of cherry bombs in there. There's lots of them. So that's two plants that I got from Pepper Joe's that we know are what they're supposed to be. And I've even got some in the back here that are maturing up way down in there, if you can see them. You can kind of see them in the bottom there. So I do have some coming up. There's a lot of the cherry bombs are on the plant, and I'm fairly happy that that's what it's supposed to be. And when I get enough of those, of the cherry bombs here, I'm going to stuff them, and me and the wife are going to have a dinner with those. Okay, so now on to my regular cayenne. I've been growing these for about 6, 7, 8 years or something like that. Normally this is all I grow. I grow these in jalapenos, but these are looking good. These seeds are from seed stock from 2016. They're 5 years old. They look great. There's tons of peppers on them here, and there's some maturing inside there. These make a great hot sauce. Love these every year. And right next to it are the purple cayennes, and the purple cayennes are doing the same. As you can see, got a whole bunch in the bottom here. They're maturing up really nice. And then if you come up to the outside, lots and lots of peppers up here. This thing is again copious amounts of peppers all over this plant. So we're going to go with this is just a regular cayenne plant right here, and a really nice purple cayenne. We got the purple cayenne from Pepper Joe's, and they all turned out to be what they were supposed to be. Now here's one of the plants that I not really believing it is what it is. This is supposed to be a sport pepper plant, and I've got sport peppers, and sport peppers aren't this big, and they're not quite shaped like this either. I've literally, just to put my finger down here, you can see how big that thing is. Okay, sport peppers are about half that size. And these things are big. These are big peppers, a lot bigger than sport peppers. They kind of look like serranos, but they're not that big. They're not serranos. But I don't know that they're sport peppers just because of the size of them. I mean, look at these things. They're way too big to be sport peppers. And I've never grown sport peppers, but I have done a lot of research on all these plants just to see what they are. And I don't really believe that this is a sport pepper plant. I could be wrong. Okay. And so, sport pepper plant right there. Okay. Now, in this pot, here's one of the abnormalities that I got from Pepper Joe's. Okay. These plants right here are Japanese. Now, these are Japanese right here. These ones up front here are Japanese. These are all Japanese. You can see these nice peppers. This is what the plant looks like if you look it up online. This is what it grows like. But also, in that batch of seeds was this plant, which I thought was a Japanese plant. So I've got 3 Japanese plants in here, and then I was supposed to have 4, but whatever this is not a Japanese plant. This thing is growing these peppers that don't look anything like the other peppers I've got. So this is literally one of the plants, one of the things people talked about, where you buy seeds from Pepper Joe's and you get more than what you paid for. So maybe some people would think, hey, you're kind of lucky, you're getting more peppers than you paid for, different variety at least, but that's just not how I see it. I've been gardening for 30 years. I've grown so many different types of plants. I've never bought seeds from anybody where the plants weren't what I bought. And this is the first company I've ever bought seeds from where the seeds weren't what I had hoped they would be. Moving on, Scarlet, variegated. Starting to show its variegation in the back here. Beautiful plant, loaded with peppers, just loaded with these things. The whole plant is just loaded with these things. They're everywhere. You can't really see them, but they are underneath here, this massive canopy. It's a beautiful plant too, but I am really digging this plant. This is a Pepper Joe's plant also. Lots and lots of beautiful peppers in there and stuff. So Scarlet plant turned out to be what it was supposed to be. And the Japanese and I don't know, sports, but I don't think so. And then that thing in the back, I don't know what that is either. Now, again, ghost peppers. These are my freebie ghost peppers. And there are lots of peppers in here too. Again, they're hard to see, but there's lots and lots of ghost peppers in here right now. Just big ones too. I counted 20 something of them. They're all over this plant right now. You can just see clusters of them up in here. So, ghost pepper plant, free ghost pepper plant, and free ghost peppers. Loving the ghost pepper plant. It's looking really nice. And you can't beat free, right folks? So, suspect, not sport. Japanese, an unknown plant. And Scarlets from Pepper Joe's. These are all Pepper Joe's. And then my freebie ghost peppers. Let's go on to the Carolina Reapers here. I got these from Pepper Joe's. And they're not looking, I mean, they're Carolina Reapers for sure, but I don't know. The peppers just aren't looking that good. They're all kind of small. They're not big like the ones you see pictures of. I've never grown Carolina Reapers before. The plants look like the plants, but the peppers themselves just aren't really like looking like Carolina Reaper plants, peppers you would normally see. You can see a few of them in there, up here in the back. And, you know, there's no tails on them. There's quite a few of them in here. They're just starting to really put out. Let's see if I can find a few more here. There's one. A couple more there. And they have the little tail and stuff on them. There's a little tail like they're supposed to have. So I know that they're Carolina Reapers, but I don't know. They might be a little old. It's quite possible that the plants themselves need to be refreshed. I think if I grow any again, I will definitely get them from Ed Curry. I'll just buy them from him. I didn't know that I had that as an option when I bought these. If I did, I would have probably got my Carolina Reapers from that man. Carolina Reaper plants from Pepper Joe's, and they look okay. Okay, Cascabellas. These are definitely Cascabellas. Okay, all of them turned out to be Cascabellas. Copious amounts of them in there. They're all over this plant, and some even in the back there. There's a bunch in the back there that are just ripening up. The whole backside here is just totally red. And again, it's a really nice plant. And so, Pepper Joe's, and it's what it's supposed to be. And these are the Del Democas. And these are definitely Del Democas, okay? These are definitely what they're supposed to be. Tons of peppers on here, especially on the backside here. There's a bunch of them in the back here. There's a ton of them in the back. So, these are Del Democas. These are definitely what they're supposed to be. And I've got no complaints about that. You can look up there and just see a ton of them hanging around up in there. No problems there. So, Del Democas looking okay. That's what it looks like. Cascabella. And these here are the Serrano Tampaniqua. These are definitely Serrano Tampaniquas. These are what they're supposed to be. Another Pepper Joe plant. We've been using these already. I make the Spanish rice with these, and oh my god, it's delicious. So tons of these, and more coming up. Just lots of them popping up here in the tops right now. Lots of flowers, and whole clusters of them in the back there. So I got a lot of these Serranos, and again, just what it's supposed to be. So Serranos here, and they're looking like that's a Serrano plant. Now here's where we come to the off plants again. Now, I really wanted these Kung Paos more than anything because the heat levels seem to be what I would want for my sweet chili sauce that I want to make. So I get these Kung Paos. Now, out of the Kung Paos, only 3 out of 13 or 12 seeds started. So 3 out of 12 seeds, that's 25%. That's a really crappy start rate. But the front 2 plants here, these are Kung Paos. I've checked these out again and again. These are definitely the Kung Pao variety. So I got a couple of them that I wanted. And it's a nice plant, okay? Lots more, tons of them. They just keep popping up. Flowers keep popping up and stuff. But let me walk around to the back side here, and I will show you a pepper plant that is not a Kung Pao plant. And I really don't know what it is. This plant here, I don't know what it is. As you can see, this thing is producing these huge peppers. Look at these things. I think that they're cowhorn cayennes, what they would call cowhorn cayennes. And I think that's what it is. And this is, again, one of those things that people warned me about and said that you'll get seeds from Pepper Joe's that aren't what you're supposed to get. So I've got this thing here, and I think it's, I don't know, I think it's what they call a cowhorn cayenne. Huge pepper. It's definitely not a Kung Pao. So in the batch of Kung Paos, I literally got 2 seeds of Kung Pao seeds and 1 seeds of, again, an unknown pepper plant. So out of 11 plants that I bought, I got 13 types. And I've got 2 types which I really don't know what they are, and I've got suspect that I don't kind of believe that one is what it's supposed to be. So people were right. I'll admit that I was skeptical, but I'm not skeptical anymore. And here's proof, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, the guy or the people who run that company have got a problem, and how they get their seeds mixed up, or how seeds that aren't from the certain type that you ordered end up in the packages with this what you ordered, is beyond me. These are all giant jalapenos, these 3, and they are big. These tomatoes, these jalapenos are as big as my fist under there. I'm not going to get on my hands and knees and show you because I'm just too lazy. Let me get back to these jalapenos. Jalapeno, 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 jalapeno. These are mine. I've been growing these for years. These particular jalapenos here, and they're just regular jalapenos, and they're looking really nice. So enjoy, and we'll see you next month.